Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what's up? This is your boy Will from Will's Wrestling Corner, back at it again with a brand new video and a little bit of a short video here today. Obviously, starting on Monday Night Raw last night, we started the King and Queen of the Ring tournaments, and I think we did a video quite similar to this last year. But I want to do a video quite similar to this here today because I just want to get a video out, and I also want to give you my thoughts on who I think should win the King and Queen of the Ring tournaments and why, and who really should advance with the brackets that we have got. Obviously, the King and Queen of the Ring brackets are a little bit weird this year compared to other years because the first rounds are fatal four-way matches in the first round. Then we get the semifinals, and then we get the finals at Night of Champions to determine who will win the tournament. So I figured we'd have a little bit of fun, and we'll go over the tournament winners and just, give our thoughts. Obviously, this is just my opinion, so I urge each and every single one of you to leave your thoughts down in the comments down below. But before we get started as well, guys, thank you guys so much for the support on the recent videos. I very much appreciate it. And if you're new here, be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to turn post notifications on so that way you never miss an upload going forward. And with all that being said, let's get right on to the fantasy bookings, I guess you could call it. So let's get right on into it. We'll start off with the Queen of the Ring. With the bracket that we got, obviously last night was Rhea Ripley, Kairi Sane, Liv Morgan, and Roxanne Perez in a fatal four-way match. Roxanne actually advanced, so she's already going to the semifinals. Then I think on SmackDown we're going to get Jade Cargill, Michin, Piper Niven, and Nia Jax. I'm going to say Jade Cargill advances in this one. I think she deserves it, and I think she's the most likely to win for reasons that I will state later. So I think Jade Cargill will advance and will face Roxanne Perez in the next round. Then on the other side, also on the SmackDown side of things, we got Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Chelsea Green, and Candice LeRae. I'm going to say Charlotte Flair gets the win on this one. Not that I really want that to happen, but I feel like, I'm the queen. They're going to want her to at least advance in a sense, so I'll say Charlotte Flair gets the win on this one. And then on the Raw side of things, the final match of the first round, we got Ivy Nile, Raquel Rodriguez, Stephanie Vaquer, and Asuka. Yeah, they spoiled Asuka's return. Very, very nice to see, I guess. This one could either go one of two ways. I see either Asuka or Stephanie Vaquer getting the win. But I'm going to play safe, and I am going to say Stephanie Vaquer gets the victory in this fatal four-way. So that's the first round done. So we'll go to the second round, which would be Roxanne Perez versus Jade Cargill. And I think for this one, I think Liv Morgan and Judgment Day shenanigans will probably come into effect. And we'll probably try to screw Roxanne here. I know a lot of fans might not like it, but I am going to say Jade Cargill gets the victory on this one and will advance to the finals. And then for the semifinals on the other side, that would mean Charlotte Flair goes one-on-one with Stephanie Vaquer. And it would be a dream match for sure, but I'm also going to say Charlotte Flair will get the victory on this one. I think they'll want Charlotte Flair to get the big pay-per-view win and everything like that. And I don't think they'd want Stephanie Vaquer to just beat Charlotte Flair when Stephanie just got to the main roster. I don't think that would be a very likely scenario. So I think Charlotte will go to the finals because it is possible that we'll get SmackDown versus SmackDown in the finals. So I think the finals will get Jade Cargill versus Charlotte Flair. Now on Night of Champions, that means we get Jade Cargill versus Charlotte Flair, at least in the way I would book it. And this is where I give Jade Cargill the win to be Queen of the Ring. The reason why I say that is just in the very case Naomi cashes in Money in the Bank very, very soon. I think they'll probably rehash the feud with Jade Cargill and Naomi for the WWE Women's Championship. And let's say Bianca Belair gets involved in this feud. I can very well see maybe Evolution. We could get Naomi versus Jade Cargill versus maybe even Bianca Belair in a triple threat match for the WWE Women's Championship. I think that would be an amazing match for Evolution and everything like that. Or if you want to like make the match for SummerSlam, then that can very well be possible too. Because I think, yeah, if Jade wins this, she would get the opportunity at SummerSlam. So, yeah, we'll say maybe Evolution, we get maybe Naomi versus Bianca Belair, or hell, maybe, Bianca wins against Tiffany at Evolution, then Naomi cashes in, and then let's say, we do kind of like the WrestleMania 41 route where, Naomi, Jade, and Bianca get a match for a triple threat at SummerSlam. That would be how I'd book it. So with that, I would say Jade Cargill wins the 2025 Queen of the Ring tournament. Give Jade Cargill a good singles accomplishment. I definitely see Jade Cargill as a future women's champion. So why not have her win Queen of the Ring? That's how I would book it, in my honest opinion. So with that, let's go on to the King of the Ring tournament on the men's side of things. So on Raw, we got Sami Zayn, who beat Penta, Braun Breaker, and Dominic Mysterio in a Fatal 4-Way. So Zayn's already going to the semifinals. SmackDown side of things, we got Randy Orton, LA Knight, Aleister Black, and Carmelo Hayes. I think LA Knight's tangled in this feud with Seth Rollins, and I definitely see Rollins' group costing LA Knight the first round. So I'll probably go on and say Randy Orton wins this Fatal 4-Way match. I think that's the very likely route that will go, and Randy Orton will go to the semifinals. So that will be that. Also on the SmackDown side of things, we'll get Cody Rhodes, Damian Priest, Andrade, and Shinsuke Nakamura. I feel like this is the no-brainer of this whole thing. Cody Rhodes will definitely advance. I don't see it going any other way. Then the final match of the first round, we got Sheamus, Rusev, Bronson Reed, and a mystery competitor. This mystery competitor, I definitely see it being Ilya Dragunov. I think Ilya Dragunov will make his return, and then will go on to win the whole Fatal 4-Way match, and then go on to the semifinals. Then on the other side of the things, we'll get Sami Zayn versus Randy Orton. I don't know how we would really book this, but honestly, with Saudi and everything like that, I definitely see Sami Zayn going to the finals. So I'm actually going to say Sami probably pulls a fast one here on Randy Orton. I don't know if maybe we'll get outside shenanigans, or let's say Sami wins by a roll-up, or if Sami just wins clean. I think Sami Zayn will probably go on and beat Randy Orton. Or with this whole Karrion Kross feud that we get, maybe Karrion Kross actually helps Sami Zayn beat Randy Orton. Because, well, let's see here. Karrion Kross wanted to face Randy Orton at WrestleMania and was pissed in that whole post-WrestleMania promo. So let's say because of this, maybe Karrion Kross actually costs Randy Orton in this tournament, and maybe we get a Randy Orton versus Karrion Kross mini feud. Anything to get Karrion Kross on TV. So let's get Sami Zayn going to the finals here. Then on the other side of things, that would mean it would be Cody Rhodes versus Ilya Dragunov. I think that would be an amazing match. Cody Rhodes, I think, will get the win here. I think Ilya Dragunov will definitely get his time, but I think Cody Rhodes is going to get the victory. That would mean at Night of Champions, it will be Sami Zayn versus Cody Rhodes. Definitely these two men are going to cook, but I think Cody Rhodes is going to get the victory here, and he will be the King of the Ring. Reason why seems like a no-brainer. I think we are going to get John Cena versus Cody Rhodes in a rematch for the WWE Championship at Night of Champions. Or if they want to pull a swerve, we could get CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. Or if we want even more of a swerve, if Seth Rollins cashes in at Night of Champions, we could get Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. Or if you want to make it bigger, maybe SummerSlam we get a fatal four-way: Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, John Cena, Seth Rollins. But that's even more of a reach. I think the easiest route will be John Cena versus Cody Rhodes one-on-one for the WWE Championship because, well, let's look at it. Money in the Bank, Cody Rhodes pinned John Cena. So I think it'll be the easiest route to go. I think Cody Rhodes is going to be the 2025 King of the Ring. And with all that being said, guys, that is my predictions for who should win the King and Queen of the Ring tournaments. Obviously, this is a bit of a hard one to predict, so my opinion might not be the same as yours. So if it's any different, leave your thoughts down in the comments down below. I'd very much love to read what you guys have to think. How do you feel about the King and Queen of the Ring tournaments? Leave your thoughts down in the comments down below as well. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are new here, be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to turn post notifications on, so that way you never miss an upload. And with all that being said, guys, this has been your boy Will from Will's Wrestling Corner. I will see you in the next video. Be good, people, and peace.